All right, so basically what they're looking for in this particular problem is the function. And the function is, you're looking for the y equals mx plus b. You're looking for the slope and the y-intercept. To do this, it's multi-step. So again, in these particular problems, it's best if you use a blank piece of paper to kind of go along with what you're doing because there's no room for you to do the work. So some things you need to keep in mind. When you look at the x values, you can see that they're not going up by the same amount, like by ones. So you have to use that change in y over change in x to determine your slope. And then you're going to have to, in this case, because you don't know what 0 is, you don't know what x is when x is 0, you're going to have to use the y equals mx plus b formula. So I'll show you what to do. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take the difference in y over the difference in x. So we're going to do the difference in y first. Okay, so I just picked those 2 points. It doesn't matter which two I pick. The difference in y is -6. Difference means minus, and then a -4. We put that over the difference in x, which is -3 minus -1. Now the reason why I kind of write it like this is because it looks weird. So the way I teach this is if you minus a negative, you're really adding. So you kind of put them together and make it a big add sign. All right. So -6 plus 4 ends up being -2, and -3 plus 1 ends up being as well -2. -2 over -2 reduces to 1x. So we now know the slope. So y equals mx plus b. We know the slope is 1, and we can continue from there. To find b, what we'll do is we know values of x, we know a bunch of them, and we know values of y, we know a bunch of them. We're just going to substitute what we know to find out what we don't. What we don't is b, so we're going to substitute what we know. So we're going to pick any value. I'm going to pick this one right here. So I'm going to take 2, and I'm going to put it where x is, and I'm going to put it in parentheses, and the 1 right here. And then I'm going to take the y that goes along with the 2, that -1. So now I'm going to do some math, and I'm going to get b alone. So this is just like solving an equation. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay. So we brought this down, we brought the b down, so I'm going to get b alone. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, and I'm going to end up getting b equals -3. So now, in this particular problem, I know that b is equal to -3, so that's the y-intercept, and I know the slope is equal to 1. So the answer is 1x minus 3. So hopefully you understand where I came up with that. That's the y-intercept, that goes here. That's the slope. That's the slope that I found, which reduces to +1. That goes here. And that's my equation. And you can kind of see that this will fit. So if I put in any value, it should work. So 1 times -3 is -3. -3 minus 3 more is -6. It checks out. See if it works again. -1, 1 times -1 equals -1. -1 minus 3 is -4. Checks out. And it will check out all the way. So that's how you solve this. You just have to do the y minus y over x minus x. Once you do that, you do y equals mx plus b. You substitute the m, and then you pick any value you want and substitute. Now in this particular problem, that would be a waste of your time because they gave you the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is the point in which you cross y. Right? And if I say the point is written like that. So it's always 0 comma something. In this case, it's 0 comma 1 in this particular problem. In this problem here, it was 0 comma -3. Okay?